Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong has publicly stated that he thinks the Ripple case, the SEC versus Ripple case, is going better than expected. And I'll tell you what, I don't think that he'd be publicly sharing that if he weren't really happy about it. Because I have a feeling that he gets the broader implications of the SEC coming after Ripple. It's not just an attack on Ripple, it's an attack on the entire world of crypto. Certainly within the United States, at least. And you know that Coinbase has been having some not such fun times with the SEC of late. So I want to share with you what he said, as well as a couple other perspectives. In fact, at least one Ripple employee to this point has responded to what Brian Armstrong had to say, so I'll highlight that. Also, in the midst of all this, another cryptocurrency exchange just announced that they will be delisting XRP. Yes, just announced. Almost a year after the lawsuit. Did they just find out? What the ever-loving hell? There's that, and I also want to run through this article. Here's the headline from Decrypt. Treasury to give SEC considerable authority over stablecoins like Tether, report. But before going any further, I do want to be clear that I do not have a legal or financial background of any kind. I am not offering legal or financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos all up on the internets about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. That's all that's going on here, damn it. And if you don't like it, well, you can just get out. And so let's just jump right into the tweet. Here it is from Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong. And by the way, he's in this tweet, which I'll read in just a second, it's on your screen, but he shared a Forbes article written by Rosalind Layton titled, "The Crypto Uprising the SEC Didn't See Coming." And so I covered that piece when it was brand spanking new and it still had that new article smell. Oh yeah, new article smell. Which, by the way, is mostly like glue and chemicals, but it's a great smell. You love that new article smell. But it was a fantastic piece. And it is true that the SEC absolutely was shocked to see the degree to which the public is against them. And you're well aware, I'm sure if you're listening to this, that there are now over 50,000 XRP holders that have signed up with attorney John Deaton to fight against the SEC because they are not protecting us. Their behavior and their actions are not in our best interest, right? And so here's the tweet from Brian Armstrong. "The Ripple case seems to be going better than expected. Meanwhile, the SEC is realizing that attacking crypto is politically unpopular because it harms consumers." Golf clap there for Brian Armstrong, everybody. And yes, it does. Absolutely. That's exactly what I've been saying. Nobody feels protected by Gary Gensler whatsoever, right? Like, very close to 0% of humans. In fact, I've got a poll I'm going to show you exactly answering that question in just a moment here. It's about 0%. I'll even tell you that right now. But it's completely absurd. So anyway, this is a positive thing. So like, don't think that just because Coinbase has halted the trading of XRP for the moment, don't think that it means they're against Ripple and against XRP. I don't get that vibe from them at all. And I know there are some people in the community, the XRP community, that are not happy with Coinbase having done that. And I respect your position if that's your take. That's fine. We can agree to disagree. And I still respect where you're coming from. I get it. But I do feel a little bit differently because I blame the SEC. I feel like Coinbase was doing what they felt was most prudent to protect their company and their employees, and their employees have families to look after and all that. So I'm sympathetic there. And it is true, yes, their position, it's not as brave as what a cryptocurrency exchange like, for instance, Uphold did in refusing to halt the trading of XRP. So it's not as brave as that, and I acknowledge that as well. But still, they're the victim, you know? They're not making money on the buying and selling of XRP, and their business is to make money on trading, right? That sucks. The no portion of the government should be coming in and causing this kind of damage to businesses and investors. This should not, especially not the SEC, which is supposed to protect investors and ensure that we can have capital formation occur within the United States, to the end, just entrepreneurial endeavors in general. but we're not so much seeing that now. And then Brian Armstrong wrote the following in response to his own tweet here. So same topic here. He wrote, "The irony is that the people they are supposedly protecting are the ones attacking them." You gotta love it. So look, he sees this, he knows this. I'm telling you, Coinbase, I don't believe for a moment that there's just no evidence that they're against Ripple and XRP just because they halted XRP. It's not something they otherwise would have done. That's not what they wanted to do. They don't get to make money on the trading of that now. They're trying to do what they think is responsible because they're put into this position, and that's what most businesses did. It's not surprising. It's just the most cautious, conservative thing to do. That's it. That really is it. And so Craig DeWitt, Ripple employee, responded to that and wrote, "Wait till you hear how our products are doing." Yeah, indeed. And I'm going to have a whole separate video for that because this thing it'd be too long if I did that, and it's a completely different topic anyway. Yeah, I got another video coming out very shortly. Let's just say that Ripple net and on-demand liquidity on fire in a very good way. Incredible. So there'll be more to say about that. It's like the SEC just can't stop it. Now, they've damaged Ripple's business in the United States, at least to this point, but they're not going to stop Ripple. That's for sure. And so you guys are aware what's happened with Coinbase's LEND product at this point. In case you've missed out on that story, Coinbase was seeking to launch a new product called LEND, which would have offered customers interest-bearing accounts. So kind of like, you have money in a savings account at a bank, you earn just a tiny percentage of interest, not very appealing percentage of interest, at least not in the United States. And so it would have been that, except for much more appealing rates, let's say. And there are all sorts of companies in the United States already offering such products, but Coinbase let the SEC know, hey, we're going to offer this new product called Coinbase LEND. Here's a courtesy heads up. Here's the framework for it. And the SEC read that information, got back to him, said, if you launch this, we're going to sue you. And then they proceeded to bully Coinbase, asking for all sorts of invasive information that was frankly none of their damn business. It was clearly bullying and intimidation tactics. And so Coinbase does seem to get to this point that the entire crypto sphere is under attack. Gary Gensler has made it very clear that they're coming after DeFi. They're coming after other ICOs that they haven't even attacked yet. They're coming after stable coins, and they're coming after cryptocurrency exchanges, just to name several aspects of crypto just off the top of my head that are under full assault from Gary Gensler and the SEC. And so Coinbase, they decided that they're not going to launch their LEND product, even though they say they don't know why the SEC won't let them launch it, because they just refuse to give them an actual reason. And so what's Coinbase doing in response to this? Well, it turns out they actually are doing something I've been talking about since the beginning of this year. I think I was talking about it probably January. Yeah, I believe it was January I was talking about this, and I've talked about it on and off since then. Lobbying. You need to lobby in crypto for the crypto industry, blockchain, crypto. And almost no money has been thrown into this for the entirety of the existence of this asset class. And I guess people just kind of felt a little blasé about all this because there hadn't been such a tremendous assault against crypto. There have been lawsuits here and there, and some of them justified. Frank, I'm not pretending like nothing the SEC has done is justified. Of course, they're going after legitimate frauds and scams, all that stuff. I think we can all get behind that, of course. But given the assault that's going on here, there is not sufficient lobbying. And so I highlighted this before, and I'm not going to read the article, but you just be aware of this number here. This is the headline from January 25th this year. Ripple ran crypto's most expensive lobbying program in 2020. And they note that Ripple spent for the calendar year 2020 $690,000 on lobbying for the whole year of 2020. That's the most spent by a single company for that calendar year. Well, check this out. This is incredible. Coinbase seems to have gotten the message because look, they're gonna be under look, if they think they dodged a lawsuit because they're not launching LEND, okay, maybe they did on that front. They're still gonna get sued by the SEC. You guys know that, right? Like they're going to be a prime target, and it's kind of fun. I mean, I would suspect that would be a guess at this point, unless something fundamentally changes. And it's funny because I know, and you know, that the SEC approved Coinbase being publicly traded. But Gary Gensler then comes out and he says, the odds, since almost all cryptocurrencies are securities, the odds of a cryptocurrency exchange, if it's trading 50 or 100 cryptos, the odds of it not having been trading at least one security are very low. And so, of course, he thinks more probable than not Coinbase, obviously, he thinks this, would be trading securities. So if you think they're not going to get attacked, or Brian Armstrong thinks that they're not going to get attacked, they're wrong. But I think they do know they're going to get sued ultimately, or at least that would be their hunch, their guess. I mean, technically you don't know for sure, but I think that's a very reasonable hunch. And so here you have this headline from The Block. Coinbase spent nearly $800,000 on lobbying in 2021's third quarter as part of influence revamp. Whoa, how about this? Looks like someone's getting the message here. This is the way to get stuff done. So again, Ripple spent $690,000 all of last year. Coinbase in just one quarter, the third quarter this year, almost $800,000 in lobbying. Hell yeah, is my response to that. That is absolutely what we need to see. Our interests need to be addressed by people in Congress. This is what we need. And not that, I understand. Lots of people don't like the idea of lobbying. It is what it is. Given that's the game that's being played, we need to be playing it too. That's it, period. And this is a big jump up. This is absolutely fantastic. And to give you an idea of just how serious this is, let me say it a different way. To give you an idea of how this space, including Coinbase, was not serious about lobbying up until recently, take a look at this. They go into, I'm not going to read the article, it's on your screen here, but they noted that back in 2015, Coinbase for the whole calendar year spent $55,000, and then and you have to register to lobby, and they terminated their registration for lobbying at the beginning of 2016. They just quit lobbying. There's like, nah, we're good. Right? What a change. What a change a few years will have. Once you realize that you're actually seriously under attack. So, look, I get the sense that Coinbase wants this to go in the favor of Ripple and that they'll relist XRP as soon as they can. But we need some sort of finality around this because they're just not as bold as like your upholds of the world. But yeah, I get it. It's fine. And also to give you an idea of just how little money has been going in to crypto and blockchain. The number one lobbied industry is pharmaceuticals / health products. And here you can see in 2020, how much money went into lobbying for that industry? $309 million. $309 million. Nowhere near that much for crypto, but hey, one day, right? One day. And then we've got this. There's a Canadian cryptocurrency exchange named CoinSmart, and they tweeted out the following yesterday evening. In light of the ongoing SEC lawsuit against Ripple, XRP no longer fits within our internal KYP policy. Due to this, we will be delisting and suspending all trading of XRP as of November 22nd, 2021. Please sell, trade, or transfer XRP off the CoinSmart platform by that date. Thank you. So that was a surprise. I was like, did you just find out that this has happened? You just found out that you've had XRP trading on your platform this whole time, and did you just find out? Oh, I don't think that's actually the case. I'm just having a little fun with this. I don't know for sure. I was having trouble finding articles, indicating what CoinSmart's position is with the United States, but I did go to their website, and I found maybe I have it pulled up, or maybe not. What is this? What did I pull up here? That's right. I was looking up KYP. I wasn't familiar with KYP. So again, this is a Canadian exchange, and they had KYP in that tweet I just read to you. They wrote here, right here. XRP no longer fits within our internal KYP. Well, that's not a thing that's in the United States, which is why I hadn't heard of it. But it's Know Your Product. That's what it is. So anyway, it's just the legal framework for Canada. Don't worry about it. And so again, due to this, the delisting and suspending all trading of XRP. So anyway, on their website, though, I guess I don't have it pulled up now, it doesn't matter, but they did have something about the United States. I can't remember exactly what it said, so I'm wondering if they're just like they're trying to jump into this market in the United States, because my understanding is I guess they're not already. If they were, I think we would have known that this is another option for XRP to be purchased in the United States up to this point. So I think it's the case that they're trying to jump into the United States. That's my best guess. And not surprisingly, they're taking the approach that almost every other exchange on the planet has, which is if you're operating in the United States, you better not allow trading of XRP. That's it. And so there's just a few bold ones. There's like 3 that have gone against the grain, Uphold being one of them. And so I think that's what it is. So I think they're just being careful here. This definitely upset the XRP community. I didn't feel upset or offended. Like and again, I get it. Not everybody feels the same as me, but I'm sympathetic to exchanges. They're the ones that are navigating tumultuous regulatory waters here, and they're doing the best they can because there's 11 billion things per day that they could get sued over. Do they need one more? Like, this can ruin their business. You don't know. It's like I get it. I get it. And so Mr. BXRP had a funny response there. You tagged the SEC so they know you are being a good boy. I did notice that too. That's funny. They actually tagged the SEC in this. And then he said, it's been almost a year and it just dawned on you. I would love to know if they requested you halt trading from Canada. Meanwhile, Uphold is growing while others are folding like lawn chairs. It is what it is, folks. It is what it is. Let's jump into this now. Treasury to give SEC considerable authority over stablecoins like Tether. Earlier this year, as questions swirled around the growing prominence of Tether and other stablecoins within the crypto industry, U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen called a snap meeting of financial regulators. The goal was to develop a game plan for regulating the $130 billion asset class. It appears as though it has one. The Treasury Department will let the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission take the lead in regulating stablecoins such as Tether and USDC, according to a Bloomberg report today based on anonymous sources. The CFTC, the SEC's sister agency, will also play a role. These powers are reportedly set to be outlined in a Treasury report to be released as early as this week. Now, it shouldn't be surprising that the SEC wants to go after stablecoin. Here's a headline from September 21st from CoinDesk. SEC's Gensler calls stablecoins poker chips at the Wild West crypto casino. But this doesn't make a damn bit of sense. And somebody, if I'm missing something, you let me know, because I don't pretend to know everything. Maybe I am missing something, but it sure as hell doesn't make sense to me. Why? Well, answer this. How does it make sense for the SEC to regulate stable coins when they don't pass the Howey test, meaning they're not securities, and provably the case, because the 4 prongs of the Howey test, right? Let's see if I have it memorized now. It requires, number 1, the investment of money, 2, with the expectation of profit, 3, on the through the efforts of others, and 4, with a common enterprise, right? Look, I've been talking about this long enough, I actually finally got those damn things memorized. How about that? Tell me, who buys a stable coin with the expectation of profit? It's a stable coin. There's no profit to be had in something that's stable, you freaking idiot sticks. That's one of the 4 prongs of the Howey test. And in order for something to satisfy the Howey test, meaning it is a security, it has to satisfy not 1 prong, not 2 prong, not 3 prong, but all 4 prongs of the Howey test, or else it is not a security. But hey, this has never stopped the SEC in the past. For XRP, for example, there's no XRP common enterprise, so it doesn't satisfy that prong. But hey, what the hell? It's a security anyway. Let's just get sue happy, and you get a lawsuit, and you get a lawsuit, and you get a lawsuit. Everybody gets a lawsuit. It's like the Oprah of lawsuits. Like what is going on here? It make no damn sense to Moon Lambo, but that's what's happening up in this bitch. Right up in this bitch. No, thank you, sir, madam. So what? This is so stupid. And so you have these other, U.S. regulatory agencies that are just letting them take it over because of reasons. That is what is actually happening here. It's like, what are these submissive little baby back bitch agencies of the U.S. government that are just letting the SEC do everything? Bunch of baby back biatches. It seriously doesn't make sense, folks. It doesn't make a damn bit of sense. It does not make sense. So, is this going to stand? This is why I'm saying you need Congress to come in and say who's in charge of what. But the SEC in charge of stable coins, they just want to rule the world. This is the most outrageous power grab that you could possibly imagine. That's what it is. And money grab too. But at this point, they've got such egos, it's very clear. I think it's more about power than money. I'm speculating here. It's probably, it means both. But yeah, with the egos these asshats have, I think it's largely power, right? Because they're just taking over, and like the audacity of these folks. Oh my gosh. Oh, it really grinds my gears, everybody. Really grinds my gears. I'll wrap up here, though. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.